Hi guys, I'm Shmi and welcome back to the Nurburgring at N24 weekend, where we're right now just before the race gets underway. In fact, standing on the tarmac at the start of the GP circuit just before T1, ahead of the parade lap. Now in front of the grid, I'm going to be jumping in for a parade to experience something really rather epic. For this parade, I'm going to be jumping into the Bugatti Chiron with the CEO of Bentley and the president of Bugatti, Mr. Wolfgang Dürheimer. We're going to experience going around the Nurburgring, the full VLN circuit, the GP circuit and the Nordschleife on board the Chiron. Now I got to drive it the other day, had the most incredible time with Andy Wallace, shot a pretty detailed video with that car, so check it out. But it's lurking back here inside the crowd, so we'll come back and have a look at the car that we're going to be going in a moment. Well, firstly, the Bentley Continental 24, and the very bold, striking scheme there. And behind it, if I come just through this little crowd, you can see the Bugatti Chiron in all its glory. 1,500 PS, 1,600 Newton meters, quad turboed W16 engine, 8 litres, and looks that are just dramatic and make a statement as a hypercar should. From the iconic Bugatti horseshoe grille, the new aggressive headlights, everything about this car, the iconic C around the outside, but all the sort of numbers and statistics that make it possible. 0 to 300 kilometers an hour in under 13 and a half seconds. Top speed 420 kilometers per hour. Just look at it, it's had tyres developed to handle that. It's got cooling in absolute droves to make everything possible. Even these 420 millimeter brake discs, ceramics of course, have additional cooling, a special design around the outside to make them be able to handle the performance that this car is capable of. This one has the sort of gold paintwork mixed with the carbon fibre. Let's have a quick look on the inside where you can see the sort of refined interior, the sort of fit and finish that is just lovely about this machine. The Veyron always did such a wonderful job. The Chiron takes it to the next level. You have your driving modes, EB, Autobahn, race or handling mode, lift, or you can use this, the VMAX key, the special key to put it into VMAX mode, and that will give you the 420 kilometer an hour top speed. Normally it's limited to 380, you know, if you couldn't quite get to 400. So I'm going to jump in a moment, and it's going to be time for a parade lap on board the Chiron. Yes, I'm going for a parade lap with the president of Bugatti in the Chiron at the Nurburgring on N24. This is going to be amazing. The engine is on, the car is getting ready, cooling down on the inside. Oh, that sounds good, the power of that engine. It's a lovely warm day and we're about to set off, so I had better jump in, lift up the helmet, and my driver for the day. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you very much for taking the lap with me, Tim. We are happy to have you here.
My absolute pleasure, I cannot wait. Let me step in to join you in here. So, have you driven the Chiron, the Nordschleife before?
Yes, once. And it was exactly 1 year ago.
Wow.
And I'm very pleased that we can do it again and that we have a famous guest with us on this outstanding lap. And I think for this outstanding car, it's the place to be, with 200,000 fans around the track, all motor enthusiasts. This is the place to show the car to the fans.
And I had a small driving experience with the car, and it's truly something.
I think I need to get my
yes,
helmet
we
on
need to get ready.
We need to go.
We need to get ready to get set to start. So I need to do exactly the same.
It's very important for us to be in track mode. Now I have the checkered flag in the cockpit, and then with track speed we have 385 km per hour maximum. This should be enough for today.
Yeah, I think so.
And we have high downforce. That means the car is very stable on the track.
For sure. Wow. Oh, the launch is just incredible. Stays so incredibly flat in the corner.
This car is so predictable in all dimensions, it's unbelievable. And when you go with high downforce, the steering is so precise and the response so direct. It's unbelievable for a supercar.
Yes. I mean, it's arguably a lot more than a supercar. It's a whole league of its own. It sets a benchmark.
I think there is no car around the world that has been developed with more accuracy and more attention to detail than this one. And the 16-cylinder engine with 8 liters displacement plays in a different league as well.
Yes. I think one of the most remarkable things is the technology behind the turbochargers to produce the torque all the way through the rev range.
You know, this is for me also a lot of passion to be here and to bring this supercar to the fans.
Yes.
Because of course nobody, or only a very few people, selected people, are able to afford it. But to give the supercar to the fans is something very special.
Yeah, and there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people here who get the opportunity to see the car as part of this lap.
What is one of the most difficult subjects is to create a car that is able to make a new world speed record.
Yes.
And at the same time, on the same day, go with the car to the opera house in city traffic in the evening.
Yes.
And the car is capable to do it, and you probably experienced it today. It's fairly easy to drive, I mean.
And I think that's the remarkable thing, is it has this huge breadth of capability from the one side where you can just jump in and drive it, and you don't feel stressed, you don't feel nervous. But at the other end, it has this immense amount of power that makes you sort of reevaluate and re-understand what acceleration means. And that was one of the things I sort of felt when driving and when accelerating, is it just pushes you back into the seat in a way that there's nothing else that matches.
So this is the area where I'm talking about. You know, usually when you accelerate, no matter what car you have, from down here, the uphill area, you always are looking for more power. This car.
Oh my goodness me!
I mean, it's just seamless.
It's the way it goes, and it keeps going and it keeps going, but it's so smooth as it goes about it.
Yeah.
The gear shift, just the power continues, and it's the same kind of push through.
This is what I mean.
Yeah, it's amazing.
For the fans. I think they deserve it, you know. Those are the guys that really keep racing going, that follow everything. And to bring the car here, and you see the feeling, how they react on it.
The crowds are incredible. They just, so many people.
Ready?
Yep. 150, 200, 250.
No, it's a piece of machinery that is unachieved. And we are very proud that we were part of the project and we could push the limits to this new level.
Yes, I mean, just experiencing that it's something totally unlike anything else. It's the way and the precision behind it, and the accuracy of just everything working in harmony, but almost, dare I say it, the car feels like it would be capable of even more power. It feels so all-rounded, wonderful.
Well, thank you very much.
That was amazing. Thank you so much
for taking the time with me.
Well, no,
doing this lap.
Thank you for the experience.
Thanks.
It's been
Thanks
brilliant.
for the interest.
Wow. Well then, that was pretty special. I need a couple of minutes just to gather my thoughts and take in that experience. The Bugatti Chiron on the Nurburgring. This car is just incredible. It's phenomenal in the way it can deliver so much power and experience without the huge amounts of drama. It still does it with style and luxury and comfort. And if you watch my video driving in it, you'll see so much more about how the sort of interior and how everything works and how it's all set up. We were driving in the race mode, of course, which is the sort of lowest setting. It lowers down the front, gives it a little bit more rake. The rear goes down a centimetre or two. The front goes down more like 3 or 4, and it would go even lower if you use the speed key. But it's stylish, it's elegant, and it has some really neat features like those displays up through the center. They can show you your top speed and how much horsepower you've used. That dashboard, it's been talked about a lot of times, but it goes up to 500 kilometers an hour. 500! This car can drive, well, potentially in the future that fast. It's limited as it is to 420. That's by the tires. I talked a bit more about the numbers behind those, but that is the sort of difficult challenge for cars like this at the moment, to be able to get more speed. It's the heat it generates, the cooling that's required, and this car has so much sort of open space around the rear to allow all that air to come through and to come out. And the exhaust down here, particularly nice feature too. You've got the sort of quad exhaust in the centre, but you've got additional exhaust under the sides as well. More cooling out through the back. And then there you have the engine, that quad turbo 8-litre W16. Fun thing around the front, just airflow. There's even airflow through here, through inside of the headlights. There's sort of 8 eyes that you've got. You've got the air curtain around here, it goes straight through, and air comes out through here and around the side of the car for aerodynamics. Everything is just designed for the sort of optimum performance, making it all come together and work. And, this line here, for example, splits air going into different radiators to do different things, different temperatures. And then around in the front, one sort of neat touch is the addition of the multi-layered silver and enamel Bugatti emblem inside the horseshoe. 155 grams to have that, but it does really add something with the sort of 3D finish and that presence around at the front, styling and positioning. So this is it. This is an icon of, well, the next generation. This is, I don't know how to sort of put it completely into words, but the Veyron was such an icon for its 10-year lifespan, and this has its lifespan in front of it with future versions, potentially a super sport version or that kind of thing, and perhaps next year a speed record attempt as well. But I could spend a lot of time walking around this and talking about it, but it's a huge thanks to Mr. Dürheimer for that experience and to be able to go around the Nurburgring in a Chiron. Let's think about that. But do also check out my full video with the car to see all of the information and details and everything I learnt about it, because trust me, there is an awful lot more to it. It is very heavily built upon the previous generation of the Veyron. It is completely new and there is so much to know about. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this experience there. The N24 weekend awaits. Hopefully you've seen and enjoyed the other videos I've been shooting, but that is it for this time. Thank you very much as always, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers!